Starting our class, I wasn't sure what I was going to be getting myself into with the description. I knew I'd be doing some reading, a lot of discussion, and a few other things mixed in the middle. Throughout our first two books, I was educated in so many ways that I didn't know about from before. Some of those ways would include Galenic medicine. This is emphasizing theories based on the balance of blood, phlegm, black bile, and yellow bile. From here, we have a transition from that to the practice of modern understanding. Those modern understandings might include anatomical studies and dissections. That's something that we learned about in our story, Blood Work. Texts and writings are pivotal to understand how people before you thought. The emergence of medical institutions like hospitals and universities contributed to the formalization of medical practices and educations. Trained and educated practitioners and lay healers were also extremely important during this time. Along with this, while reading both books, both focused on key times in the revolutionary time frame of medicine. Our book, Blood Work, focused on experimentation and the way the human body worked in mind, soul, and spirit. Along with this, it gets into the aspect of government and church and their roles in the advancements of science and experimentation. I learned that while all things have been experimented on, it wasn't always for the betterment of the person that was having that surgery done to them. But at times, it was used as entertainment, but also at times it was used to be very informational and educational for both that experimentee and the experimenter. While in our second book, we get to take a deeper dive into things like inoculation or quarantine and viruses like smallpox that are viral. These viral diseases at this time, these people had no knowledge of how to stop the spreading besides staying away from each other, aka inoculation, or hoping you didn't contract the disease and could continue fighting the war. The revolution also exposed existing health disparities to marginalized groups. For example, enslaved individuals and indigenous people faced very different health outcomes and access to care, while the British and the colonists have experienced smallpox before, so their bodies kind of knew how to handle it. We also discover the thought of weaponizing viruses and sicknesses against your enemy. For example, how the English and British would leave behind dead bodies or give smallpox-infected blankets to the natives in an attempt to kill them without physically being there, almost like chemical warfare. While engaging in discussion and debate in class about historical aspects, you're able to see diverse viewpoints and some deeper thinking from other people that you might not have thought of in your own. Hearing other people's aspects and point of views can allow you to think deeper into things that you don't know about. Interpretations help redefine understanding other people's critical thinking.